Hey guys, what's up? This is Play the Movie, and you know what? In a few days I will be able to see Mission Impossible 4. Holy shit. In fact, it will be released here in Iceland this Friday, and I am psyched. I just can't fucking wait to see that movie. To celebrate the release of Mission Impossible 4, I am going to do something different from what many movie reviewers on YouTube have done. I am not going to review the three other Mission Impossible movies like several other reviewers here on YouTube have done. Oh no, I want to be original. So how am I going to celebrate the release of a new Mission Impossible movie? Well, by looking at a video and commentating on it that's related to Mission Impossible. What video is that? Well, it's the IrateGamer's review of the game Mission Impossible. I haven't played the game, but I am not going to defend it or anything like that in the commentary. What I am here to do is to point out all the flaws the video has. And knowing Chris Bors is an incompetent game reviewer, it won't be hard to do. And I am also going to have some fun making fun of that review. So yeah, you will see a lot of jokes here and there. I am not going to just make the video to bash the review. I am also going to have some fun with it. If you don't like my jokes, that's fine. If you like them, that's fine too. I am also going to point out the flaws and have some fun with it by putting jokes in here and there. So without further ado, let's get started. Is it possible for this review to possibly be good? Possibly. But fucking absolutely not. This review sucks ass.
To see why I'm so pissed off, let's start at the beginning.
Oh really? I thought we started from the middle.
Your mission if you choose to accept it.
Okay, where on the text does it say if? I am reading the text now and it said shoot. Wow, Chris Bors, no offense, but is your reading skill really that low? I mean, it's obvious that it said shoot and not if. Why can't you read something that's so easy to read, man? I'm not saying that you should go back to elementary school or anything like that. But really, man, that's just stupid.
Famous words, but it's really misleading. I mean, they really don't give us a choice in the matter because you can't choose not to accept it.
Actually, you can. It's called turning off the fucking game.
Now, there are 6 levels in this game. If they gave us the option of selecting any of the stage missions at this point, then this statement would have been more accurate.
Actually, no, it wouldn't. Because the guy is offering you whether or not you want to choose the mission that he is giving to you. He is not offering you the choice of choosing a mission that you wanna choose. So yeah, it would be more inaccurate that way.
And why not set up the game this way? All the Mega Man games have a mission stage select screen, and look at what a hit that turned out to be.
Just because it works for Mega Man doesn't mean that it will work for this game.
Now, if you bothered to read any of the storyline, your objective is to save Dr. O from a criminal organization. So after you get your message, it says it will self-destruct in 5 seconds. Well, ain't that cute? Well, motherfucker!
I see that you're using that explosion effect yet again. Seriously, that explosion effect is not funny. It's just stupid.
Now, after you get done replacing your Nintendo system...
What about the game? Surely you need to replace that as well.
It's on to level 1. You begin the stage in the middle of the street. And for some reason, you'll be staring down at the character's head and shoulders the whole entire time.
I don't see how that is a problem. I mean, there are several games out there that are like that. I will give you 2 examples. Grand Theft Auto and Grand Theft Auto 2.
To me, it's kind of an odd camera angle to get used to.
Now I am going to tell you what I find odd. The fact that a lot of people think you're a competent gamer when you're not.
One of the first things you'll notice is that innocent civilians are walking down the street. But don't dare lay a finger on them or else this big helicopter will come in and take your ass away.
This is a game review, right? I feel like I'm watching a how to play this game video.
Indeed, it's funny at first, but it soon becomes a pain in the ass because you don't know who's gonna come after you and who to go after. And it really flips my shit because sometimes the person you need to hit is standing in between the people you're not supposed to hit.
I haven't played this game, so I can't really say whether or not he is right. But the solution seems pretty obvious to me. Isn't it a good idea to wait until the guy you're not supposed to hit walks away? I think that might work.
And don't even think about walking in the street either. Fuck!
Of course a car is on the road. What do you expect? It's a fucking road. Now, I am aware that this is probably meant to be a joke, but I am going to tell you why that joke is not funny. There is more to a joke than just acting stupid.
Now the character setup is kind of unique. You have 3 characters to switch between, and each one of them has their own weapons and special abilities.
Am I imagining things? Or did Chris Bosh actually say something useful in this review for once? Oh my god. He actually said something useful.
But the downside is that they start with very little energy, and each one of them has only 1 life.
Well, of course each one of them only has 1 life, because they're human beings. They are not like Sonic or Mario.
The odds are really stacked against you. Now if you think this is just a normal side-scrolling beat-up-the-bad-guys game,
it's not even a fucking side-scroller. A side-scroller is where you see the side of a character, hence the reason why it's called a side-scroller. This is a game with an overworld view. I'm not much of a gamer myself, but oh my god, even I can notice the flaws in your videos.
then guess again. In each of the levels, you'll have to go around fighting off enemies while solving puzzles in order to advance in the game.
Well, it's a good thing that there are puzzles, because without them, the game would be just very boring, so you just go from one area to the next. I bet most people would want to do something more exciting than that. So yeah, a puzzle is a good thing.
Like in the first level, your main objective is to find 5 of these switches.
Thank you for circling that for me, Chris. I never would have known about this without your help.
And turn them in off position. Now that should be an easy task, but it's far from it.
Did you just contradict yourself? You said it shouldn't be an easy task, and then you say it's far from it. Didn't you mean to say it should be an easy task but far from it? Well, that would fit more coming from your mouth, since you obviously don't like challenge in video games. Never mind, you don't like easy games either. Because of your Kirby Epic Yarn review, I can see that you don't even know what you want in your video games. And that's pretty sad, to be honest.
This level is fucking huge, and the game developers jam-packed every screen with a shitload of enemies ready to cap your ass at every turn.
You're not fooling anyone, Chris. I can clearly see that this game gives a fair challenge. And the enemies don't look like they are as many as you're claiming them to be.
In other words, expect to die often. And let's just talk about what happens after you die, because that's a whole nother thing that pisses me off.
You don't look pissed.
After losing your last life,
losing all your lives is not the same thing as dying. Losing all your lives means that you died multiple times.
You'll end up on a screen that will let you continue or just get your password. Now if you choose to continue, you don't get to start where you just left off. Instead, the whole entire level resets itself.
Whether you like it or not, it's common in many video games. In fact, I think most games are like that. And be happy about the fact that you at least get to start at the beginning of the level In a lot of games, you have to start all the way from the beginning of the game. So you have to give the game some credit.
So that means I've got to start all the way back at the beginning of the level, recollect everything I've picked up, and also have to do everything all over again?
You know, Chris, there is such thing called save stages that are on many ROMs. Considering the fact that you hate challenge, I think you should try those save stages out.
What a shitload of fuck!
This is one of the parts where the IrateGamer is accused of being a rip-off of the Angry Video Game Nerd. Even though I agree that it's cheap for him to copy what the Angry Video Game Nerd said, I wouldn't call the IrateGamer a rip-off of the Angry Video Game Nerd. I mean, we all copy each other from time to time. Keep in mind that I am not defending Chris Borsch by saying that. I think it's very lazy that he has to rely on others to get his inspirations from instead of doing his own thing. It is pathetic, trust me. But I just think that his videos suck for so many other reasons, and the fact that he used to rip off and still does rip off the Angry Video Game Nerd is only a minor reason why his reviews suck.
Well, enough of this bullshit. It's time to get on the internet to find some passwords.
Yeah, fuck challenge. Let's just finish the game as soon as fucking possible.
Now, either if you decide to cheat or manage to pass level 1, you end up on level 2, which takes you on a boat ride from hell.
It doesn't look like hell to me.
The controls are a little jerky here.
How are the controls jerky? This is the reason why many people think that your game reviews suck, Chris. Because you will almost never elaborate on how the controls or so on are bad. And when you do, it's usually an indication that it's your own fault.
And the stage is jam-packed with obstacles just like level 1. There's also a lot of enemies that will be following you and trying to kill you in the process. So it looks like we're going to have to go turbo for this round. Okay, here we go.
You know, for someone who likes to do game reviews in a similar style as the Angry Video Game Nerd, it's pathetic how you use that turbo control. Every time he uses a turbo control, he holds it. Again, I'm aware that this is probably meant to be a joke, but there is more to a joke than just acting stupid. Say whatever you want about Family Guy, but at least the jokes in Family Guy try more than just being stupid.
Well, this is fucking pointless.
Hey, just like your game reviews. Isn't that great?
They only let me fire off 3 bullets at a time. What a ripoff!
Well, maybe if you used the turbo control right, this wouldn't have happened. And even if it did, so what? Obviously the makers of this game didn't want it to be too easy.
So having turbo in this game is absolutely pointless. Ah, shitballs!
Shitballs? What the fuck, man? Seriously, this is why you need to go to a comedy school. Those jokes are just so cheap. That joke is just so cheap. That's the reason why it's not funny.
Okay, let's try level 3. Now you enter into what looks like a church, and this time there are no innocent bystanders walking around.
The priest must be on a vacation then.
So go ahead and blast anyone you want. This guy, or this guy.
This isn't funny!
What makes it worse is that there are a lot more enemies on this stage, and even more confusing puzzles to figure out.
Well, what did you expect? Of course the game is going to get harder. Games get harder the more you advance. It's common in many video games.
It wouldn't be a bad game if it wasn't so damn hard.
And here is one of the most stupidest things that Chris Borsch has said. In character or not, this was just stupid. Let me tell you something, Chris. Yes, it would be a bad thing if it was too easy. In fact, isn't that the reason why you hated the game Kirby's Epic Yarn? Games need challenges to them so they can be worth playing. I will admit that I cheat a lot in the Grand Theft Auto games and the Pokemon games. But the reason why I do that is because there's a lot to do in both of those game franchises, regardless if I cheat or not. But when I play a game that has specific levels, I usually don't cheat. Like in the game Alone in the Dark, for example. I don't cheat in that game because it has specific levels.
Now in this room, you've got to cross multiple conveyor belts running at all different speeds. Okay, let's try this first guy. Fuck!
You're not fooling anyone, Chris. You are playing bad on purpose to make the game look bad.
Okay, let's try this again. Shit!
It's so obvious that he pushed the bottom on purpose to let that guy fall. I just wanna ask, how can anyone think that Chris Bohr is a competent gamer? I mean, seriously, it's so obvious in a lot of his reviews that he plays bad on purpose to make the game look bad. I am not shocked that this guy has over 100,000 subscribers. I am shocked that people actually think that he's a competent gamer.
Okay, I've only got one more guy left.
See how he waves the controller around? No competent gamer would do that in a situation like this, because they would just get their ass kicked. By the game, I mean.
Shit! I'm just so pissed off right now. I just cannot continue the review.
For someone who claims to be pissed, you sure look calmed.
My head is spinning and I feel like I'm losing my mind. Just do me a favor and stay away from this game.
Why would I take advice from someone who doesn't even try to play the games right?
Because the only plus side is that it actually lives up to its name. This mission is truly fucking impossible.
No, it's not. You just suck at the game. Both intentionally and unintentionally.
With that being said, there's only one more thing to do. Send this thing back to hell where it came from.
That's interesting. I didn't know that Satan had a massive NES collection. I do not have a problem with Chris Bohr's using stock effects. What I do have a problem with is that he most often uses all the wrong special effects. And this is one of the examples of him using all the wrong special effects. So what are my overall thoughts on this review? Well, it sucks. It absolutely fucking sucks. In case you don't remember my reasons as to why I think it sucks, well, allow me to recap that. He played bad on purpose to make the game look bad. The jokes were god awful and stupid. And worst of all, he said so many stupid things in this video. Yeah, I said at the beginning of the video that I wanted to make jokes and make fun of this review. You know, I wanted to make many jokes in the review. I wanted to, trust me. But it's hard to make jokes when there are so many flaws in a video. In my honest opinion, I think Chris Bohr should just stop making game reviews entirely. Stop with the Neo game reviews and stop with the retro game reviews. because he sucks at it. He does. He really sucks at it. How can anyone think that Chris Boris is a competent gamer when it's so obvious in his videos that he's not? I just don't get it. But to be fair, I don't think he's the worst game reviewer on YouTube. I think NC17 Productions is a lot worse than he is. But I think Chris Boris should just stop making game reviews and focus all his attention on storylines and his Irate the 80s series. I actually enjoy his Irate the 80s series. Yeah, they are very entertaining. But his game reviews suck. And tell me, why do any of you think that he is a competent gamer? Seriously, tell me, how can you even think that when it's so obvious that he is not a competent gamer at all? Please tell me, because I wanna know. That's all I gotta say, people. Hopefully in my next commentary I can make more jokes. But it was very hard to make jokes in this video since it had so many flaws. Thank you for watching and have a great day.